Here we go. This video wasn't exactly what I planned to make for several reasons. Speculations about a certain athlete continue to surface and are mentioned across various sources. Once again, a team has been cited as a potential suitor for him. It seems like this player is interested in joining that team, but personally, I find this possibility somewhat uncertain. Anyway, this topic has sparked a lot of discussion, especially regarding a recent statement he made. Let's revisit that conversation. I'm not particularly passionate about the subject, but I know it's something that sparks interest for many, and we'll probably keep discussing it as the situation develops. So, let's get straight to what really matters. If you appreciate what's being presented, it's always good to leave your feedback and share your thoughts. Feel free to voice your opinions, whether questioning the need for this athlete or anything else related. What really matters is that everyone is exchanging ideas on this. And don't get me wrong, he's a high-quality athlete. I'm not saying otherwise. However, I have some reservations about his character and whether he would really meet the coach's expectations, not to mention the financial aspect that might be at play. We'll address that soon, but off the bat, I don't believe he has intentions to stay with his current team. There are some issues that need to be addressed. I recall watching a video after the season ended. It wasn't a live broadcast, but it was right after the team's last game. The narrator mentioned that it was the first time the team hadn't made the playoffs and, after the loss, emphasized that his priority was to seek what's best for him. The game was ongoing, and I'll repeat exactly what was said. When asked about his desire to stay with the team, his response was full of uncertainty. This is the first time he hasn't advanced to the playoffs, and after the loss, he made it clear that his intention is to think about what's best for him and his family, whether that means staying or seeking new opportunities. He's open to exploring new paths. Playing here was positive, but in the end, it's about prioritizing his career. There's a lot to debate regarding this situation. I understand his perspective. He's undeniably talented. His skills are unquestionable. However, I wonder if he truly fits with the team. Every time I think about the possibility of him joining, I feel like he carries a negative attitude and doesn't show genuine commitment. He showed dissatisfaction with the team, not making the playoffs the previous year, and stresses the importance of seeking what's best for him and his family. So, the key question is whether he aligns with what's being developed. I would say he doesn't fit. Let's take a moment to explore the financial aspects. The risk for a particular team would be significant if they decided to pursue a player like him. He's 30 years old and didn't exceed 1,000 yards in the previous season. Some may argue that an injury to a key player affected the team's performance. This brings to mind a match between a Miami team and a Los Angeles team at SoFi Stadium 2 years ago, where a specific wide receiver was outstanding. At that point, it seemed like many were claiming that the Miami quarterback outperformed the one from Los Angeles. It's surprising how many fans around us held that view, which was frustrating. Nevertheless, it's clear that the Los Angeles quarterback is the superior athlete. We've seen enough to conclude this, and the Miami quarterback has faced ongoing injury issues that have affected his performance. It seems those injuries have truly taken a toll on him. That said, pairing that talented wide receiver with a quarterback from Los Angeles would likely yield amazing results. It's incredibly frustrating, and I must stress once more that the Los Angeles quarterback is indeed better than the Miami counterpart. We've seen this unfold, and it's clear. The Miami quarterback continues to struggle with injury troubles, which inevitably impact his game. I am convinced that his injuries have seriously affected his abilities, reflecting the harsh reality. Still, if we paired that skilled wide receiver with a quarterback from Los Angeles, we could expect impressive results. I'm sure the wide receiver would agree as well. Let me add one more observation. His contract for 2025 contains a guarantee of $27 million. We have $30 million available, which I need to double-check to ensure accuracy. Yes, it's $30 million, but we also need to set aside money for the rookies we plan to draft. With 10 picks in the draft, it's hard to imagine how everything will fit together. One might suggest we offer a fifth-round pick while they contribute toward that $27 million, but the outcome of that is uncertain. Honestly, I just can't picture that scenario unfolding. It's hard for me to imagine that a certain team would actively pursue the wide receiver. Would I want him on the roster? Absolutely. Is he a remarkable player? Yes, he's incredibly talented, and I'm not disputing that at all. However, I doubt he would integrate well into the locker room or align with the team's goals and the coach's strategy. Additionally, he will certainly demand a hefty salary, likely looking for a lucrative deal, possibly wanting to join a team for even more financial gain. I don't see that happening. Still, I have a prediction about where things might go. Earlier today, I spoke with a colleague, and it's plausible that by the end of the draft, if we haven't acquired another wide receiver who excites us, we might just opt to sign someone with some experience. A player who has moved to another team could have his former number reassigned to the new squad. He would retire as a member of that organization, and he likely has only 1 or 2 years left in his career. Also, the quarterback from Los Angeles is already familiar with him, and with another teammate, I see this as a more likely outcome. I also think we should focus on addressing the contract for another key player. There's a lot to consider in this situation, but I thought it was crucial to bring it up in this video as it relates to all our lives. We already have information about him, and now we also have Mike Williams, which might suggest that he's a more viable option. In the background, it's crucial to consider Rashawn Slater. I have a feeling that there are several points to be discussed here, but I felt this reflection needed to be shared. In our lives, whenever I observe the comments, I notice Tyreek Hill here, Tyreek Hill there. I get it, he's a remarkable talent, and the player has exceptional agility, but the truth is I'm not sure if this would make sense financially for the team. Furthermore, I question whether this would be a wise choice for the future, considering the cultural aspect. But what do you think about this? Am I completely wrong? Do you agree, or do you have differing opinions? Feel free to leave a comment, as I might be mistaken. If so, explain your reasons, and I'll try to interact with the comments and move forward from there. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Los Angeles Chargers. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. In a stunning development that has sent shockwaves through the NFL, Los Angeles Chargers linebacker Khalil Mack is reportedly facing a 2-year suspension after allegedly testing positive for a banned substance. The league has yet to confirm the news officially, but sources close to the situation claim the veteran defender failed multiple tests during the offseason, prompting an immediate investigation by the NFL's anti-doping unit. Mack, a 6-time Pro Bowler and former Defensive Player of the Year contender, had just inked a 1-year, $16 million extension with the Chargers on March 13, 2025. Coming off a strong 2024 season with 6 sacks, 9 passes defended, and another Pro Bowl selection under his belt, expectations were high for the 33-year-old linebacker to lead the Chargers' defense once again. Now, those hopes hang in the balance as the team and fans alike grapple with the unfolding scandal. The potential suspension would mark a shocking twist in the legacy of one of the NFL's most dominant pass rushers. Mack made history in 2015 by being named first-team All-Pro at 2 positions in a single season, and in 2023, he recorded his 100th career sack. His resume, already stacked with accolades, now risks being overshadowed by a controversy that could define the twilight of his career. Around the league, reactions have ranged from disbelief to disappointment. Former teammates and analysts have voiced their support, but also their concern over the gravity of the allegations. If confirmed, the 2-year ban would likely sideline Mack through the end of the 2026 season, casting doubt on whether he'll ever return to the field, especially at his age. As the NFL prepares to address the matter publicly, all eyes are on the Chargers and their response. Will the franchise stand by their star amid the storm, or begin bracing for a future without one of their cornerstone defenders? One thing is certain. What started as a quiet offseason for Khalil Mack has now erupted into one of the league's most talked-about controversies in recent memory. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Los Angeles Chargers, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.